Here we go again. Lizzo, she loves to be the topic of conversation, and it seems to me that at this point she really just wants to be the topic of conversation where it involves her body over her body of work. Now, she recently attended Cardi B's birthday party and she wore a see-through mesh gown and she showed a lot. She really did show a lot. And here's, what I want to talk about, because this story comes from E! News, and it says that Lizzo claps back at critics after wearing see-through dress to Cardi B's birthday party. And they start off the story by saying, "The truth hurts, haters." This isn't about anyone hating on her. It's just, there's some things that some people really don't want to see. And look, if you take that as fat shaming or whatever, then that's on you. That's your opinion. But there are some things that do not look good no matter what size you are. But I'm just going to be as beautifully honest as I can. When you are a larger person and you have flaps and folds and bumps and lumps and all of that stuff and flabby, whatever, and flapjack breasts that hang down, like, there are just some things that don't look good. Like, nobody really wants to see a man that has hair on their chest that's just like beat up, and like they say, I've heard some people say they don't like to see taco meat on a man's chest. The man may have these pecs that are really, really built and firm and just really muscular, but they don't want to see the hair there. And that, are you going to say that's man chest hair shaming? I don't know. I'm just over all of these different terms of shaming that people have come up with. It's not about shaming. We already know you're big because we can see that with you covered up. But to see all of that, I really don't believe that is shaming her for people not wanting to see it. And yeah, there may be people that are just very, when it comes to the comments, extremely, how do I say it? Well, they can just be downright derogatory and really just wanting to make her feel the words that they're writing and really, really get her angry. But when you put yourself out there to be a spectacle in that way, it's just kind of par for the course. You're really kind of asking for it. And so I don't believe that Lizzo will ever change the conversation around this body positivity thing that she claims she's trying to do. And it is because in the manner that she's doing it in, there's, if you want to twerk, whatever. I'm not here for seeing somebody bounce their ass all the time. I'm just kind of really over it. I was never really into it, but that's just me. But I just feel that there's more to offer than somebody flapping their ass cheeks in someone's face and they're probably passing gas at the same time. The silent bombs that you can't hear, but you might smell. And look, I'm somebody who is in the industry of taking care of people's bodies, and I just see bodies for what they really are. So all that over sexualization of things, it's like there's just other things that are happening that you all are not really thinking about, and I'm just really not here for it. The smells and the sounds and all of that. But that's not what I'm really here to talk about. I really wanted to talk about this because Lizzo, she cannot compare herself to Rihanna. You think of the see-through dress that Rihanna wear. That's seen as controversial as well, but Rihanna's body is a whole lot different than Lizzo's. That's just the fact of the matter. If Lizzo wanted to work to achieve that in terms of working out, if she wanted to do some surgical reductions and enhancements and lifting and tucking and all of that stuff to get to a place where she's achieved that, she has the right to do so. But in the state in which her body is in right now, she cannot compare it to Rihanna's because it's not the same, and people like what they like, and a lot of people just are not into seeing that. And I'm sorry, that's just really what it is. There are double standards in life. A lot of double standards suck, but a lot of double standards are amazing. We just kind of have to be grateful for some things being the way that they are, and angry and pissed off about some things being the way that they are as well, but working within the system of the way it is. She's not going to change the conversation when you are continuously throwing that in people's faces when you already know how people feel. People like what they like. They are not going to change the way they feel because you continue to put it in people's faces. You're just not. So here's the reason, she's not going to change the conversation, because when you have articles like this from E! News where they're trying to be politically correct is not real. People who speak in a way that is quote unquote politically correct, they're really trying to soften their stance to not offend or hurt someone's feelings or whatever, but things really are what they are, and you feel the way that you feel. And so when news outlets are sharing this, a lot of people are not, like myself, following her. I don't follow her on social media. I see it because news outlets are sharing it. So when she says something like, it's very funny to me that people are upset that I'm wearing a see-through outfit or that I'm twerking in a see-through outfit. They're saying this is disgusting. She says, don't you have bills to pay? Don't you got mouths to feed, including your own? Don't you have a life to live? Don't you want to fall in love and make friends? Don't you got S to do? Go read the news, B, before I read you. Watch your mother effing values and watch your mother effing mouth. Stay the F off my mother effing page. Keep your comments to your mother effing self, B. Let me do whatever the F I want to do. Remember when people minded their own effing business? Those were the days, boy, when people minded their own effing business, where people could just wear what they want and there wasn't a mother effing parade or conversation or commentary about it. Girl, please. Who on an everyday basis is walking around looking like this and wearing this? It's just not realistic. And you're doing this because you want the conversation to be about you. You know that it's going to be a conversation about it, no matter how you slice it. Whether you think the conversation is going to be good or bad, you know the majority of it is not going to be good. People are going to talk when you go out. Like, there wouldn't be any conversation about her if she wore something that was suitable, one, to her size, and not something that was going to draw the eyes and the ire of everyone, because it wasn't going to be a topic of conversation. And she wants to be the topic of conversation for things like this. And that's why she's not going to change the conversation around body positivity, because look, her body is her body, but you're continuing to show it to everyone. And it's just not what people see as the idealistic, I want to be that, I want to look like that. We already know that there are a lot of unrealistic values out there, and a lot of things that people showcase on social media are not realistic. Like the Beyonce perfect BBL. I mean, most people who have 3 kids and they're in I think she turned 40 this year, their butt is not going to look perfect like that. You've got the photoshopping, you've got the Vela shape and other things that are done to contour and to remove or help to calm down any lumps and bumps and cellulite and all that stuff. Like, the normal body has cellulite, the normal body has stretch marks, the normal body has hair. We do things to enhance, to just make things look prettied up for others' eyes to see or for our own eyes to see. People get breast lifts, they get tummy tucks, they get liposuction and other different things for themselves. Most people do these things for themselves. A lot of people don't do these things just because they want other people to be happy with what they look like. They want to be happy within their own selves. And if she's happy looking like this, then great. But something, I saw this commercial for Old Navy, and there's nothing but larger women, plus size women, and they're dancing and they're doing their thing, and they are, this is something that I feel like more people should see and more people should be talking about. But you know what? They were dressed appropriately. They were wearing shirts and pants that fit them and they look clean. That, you know, if anyone were to come out and call them disgusting and they're nasty looking or whatever, then yeah, those people would be what we would call actual trolls, because there was nothing wrong with what they had on. There was nothing wrong with what they were doing. They could move and do their thing, and they were larger size women. And I think that that was great. I feel that that type of stuff should be showcased more. And if she was maybe doing more things like that versus having her complete entire body out for everybody to see, I'm sorry, she may act like she's extremely happy and confident in what she's doing, but if she was, then she wouldn't even be responding to it. Most people who are happy and confident and they don't really care, they're not even going to comment back. And she has these bits where she will act as if she's extremely confident in what she's doing, and then she will have a crying fit in another post. So it's like, which is real? And I just don't really believe that that act of confidence, showcasing her entire body, is really real. So I'm just over her thinking that she's going to change the conversation around body positivity doing antics like this. But those are just my thoughts. I really would love to know what you all think in the comment section. So thank you all so much, and let's just get into it. Thank you so much for liking, commenting, and subscribing. And until the next time, I'm just being beautifully honest.